Hello, ladies and gentlemen of VHS Horror. Today I have a special announcement about the podcast. Some of you may like it, some of you I expect will hate it. Fingers crossed. So, the reason why I don't get podcasts too often is because I never know what to talk about that's exclusively horror related. Like the Chucky TV series that was coming out. It still is that I know of. But I tried making a podcast on that, it wasn't that long. And that's all I thought of to talk about. At the time, I was like, well, let's talk about Chucky's TV show. That didn't get too far because the video was like 10 minutes long. I repeated myself so much, just like, oh, hey, it'll be so good. All the actors are returning, and Don Mancini's going to be involved with it, and all this stuff. It was garbage, honestly. If you didn't know about it, because for some reason they're really quiet about it now, there's a Chucky TV series in the works. So yeah, look forward to that. I know I am. But anyway, my announcement is the VHS podcast will be expanding to other things. Like normal podcasts about whatever. Now, it's not going to be like the Unnamed podcast from my gaming channel. If you've never seen that, I don't recommend watching it because then I'll lose my audience. The Unnamed podcast was the unwanted child of an old channel a friend of mine and I made called Let's Get Offensive, where we got offensive. I'm trying to turn off my PS3, it turned itself on. You still play the PS3? Well, I did the PS4 too, but Red Dead Redemption's on the PS3, and a lot of my other great games are on PS3, so, you know. Anyway, the Unnamed podcast is where we talked about very bad stuff. We made jokes about sensitive topics and issues. That's not what this podcast is going to turn into. I have no plans on reviving the Unnamed podcast on this channel, and right now you can't really watch the Unnamed podcast because all the videos are private on my gaming channel. Why? Because of false strikes. I talked about that in a different video. Matter of fact, I think it was my other podcast, so if you want to know what that's about, why don't you check it out. I talked about it in the beginning and at the end of the video, so, you know, just skip to those parts if you want to hear it. Anyway, I'm going to be expanding to talk about other things, like gaming related stuff, or maybe news. I won't get into political stuff like, oh, did you hear Donald Trump's doing this, or did you hear about this about North Korea, or hey, Russia's doing all this stuff. No, we won't talk about that. I don't care what everyone in the world's doing. This channel is a place you come to for horror or for Red Dead lore. This is a channel you come to for fun. We're not talking about that stuff. I'm not saying you can't in the comments. I'm just saying, me personally, I won't sit down and talk to you like, oh wow, Donald Trump is dumb, isn't he? Sorry if I offended anyone. That was just me making a comment saying I'm not going to make videos like that. Anyway, I wanted to make a video talking about Fallout 76 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I know when I watch videos titled something like My Red Dead Redemption Wishlist, which I've never watched, but if I watch a video titled that, I'd be annoyed if I had to wait 3 whole minutes to get to the part of the video. So my apologies if my little explanation of what's going on turned you away from the video, or made you think it was clickbait. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to do a video talking about things I want to see return in Red Dead Redemption 2, things I want out of Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm not like a crazy fanboy going, oh, I want all this awesome stuff. I want very simple things. That's all I want, and I will love the game. I want stuff that I know will probably return anyway, like Dutch and John. And I also want to talk about Fallout 76. So, let's talk about that first. Fallout 76 is supposed to be an online game, or so the rumors say. And someone who is involved with Fallout... Hold on. Oh, I'm distracted a bit. Let me just turn on my PS3 real quick on my TV. Because I need to turn it off. It's getting annoying. For some reason it won't turn off. Anyway, so someone who works with the game or around the game commented that if you're excited for a single-player experience, then you shouldn't be, or something like that. I don't know. But it was someone who I think knew what they were talking about. And they didn't come out and say it's going to be an online-only game, but I took it as it will be online. Personally, I don't care. I was expecting a Fallout 3 remake, which I still really hope for, but I doubt it's going to happen, simply because it would be more convenient for me on the PS4. then I could stream it, or I could just, you know, enjoy it better. And if it's updated on Fallout 4's engine, that would just look amazing. Sadly, they canceled the mod project, so we're never going to get a remake if Bethesda doesn't make it, but are you kidding me? My PS3 turned on again. Whatever. I'm leaving it. Currently automatic update is in progress. Sure, do it. I don't care. You know when to interrupt me, don't you? Anyway, so Fallout 76. The trailer, I got really excited because I was expecting a remake of Fallout 3, which I was really hoping for, but oh well. I got over it fast. The trailer just... I didn't know what to say when I first watched it, because at the very beginning it reminded me of the Fallout 3 trailer, but I knew it wasn't because it was a different thing. What we seen in the Fallout 3 trailer was a radio, not your Pip-Boy. And they look pretty different, but they also look kind of similar. But you could tell the difference. Anyway, it started playing that music and showing what's going on in the vault and everything, and I was just like, holy crap, I can't believe they're making another game. I was even telling people, like, I know for a fact that I know Bethesda won't make another game this soon after making Fallout 4. Because at the time of recording this video in 2018, the game hasn't even been out for 3 whole years yet. Right now it's been out for like, what? Not even 2.5 years. Not even 2.5 years, and they're making another Fallout. Okay, whatever. It could still be good. People are like, oh no, it's gonna be a Rust clone or something. Even if it was, I wouldn't mind. I own Rust. I haven't played it. Actually, I have a little bit. I'd probably enjoy it more if it was Fallout. I would rather the game be a single-player game because I don't like online stuff, simply because I don't like sharing the experience. Like, if you come from my gaming channel, you'll know that my GTA videos online are in private games. Simply because I like playing as my online character, doing online missions and stuff, but I don't like other people. Simply because they kill you all the time. You could be walking down the sidewalk in GTA 5, and someone would be like, hey, you're a person who isn't just a random NPC. Let me kill you 10 times. Let's make you quit the game. No, I just turn on passive mode. Oh, you're a passive player? You should die. How old are you, buddy? Oh, I'm a passive player and I should die. That's a very mature comment. Anyway, so that's the only thing I fear about Fallout Online, or Vault 76, is that it's going to be crap, only because of the other players. Now, if there's an online or friends-only mode, I would love that. But what I'm thinking is, I watched MXR's video, and it sounded really good. He said about, maybe it's just a normal game where you can invite your friends or something like that. Maybe it wasn't even MXR. But anyway, that was a really good idea, and I was thinking, like, shit, if it's like that, I can really get into it. Because I can play it on my own, or I can invite my friends. Some friends I have really love Fallout, so if we had an online game so we could play Fallout together, that shit would be great. Because most of my friends, believe it or not, they're dumb. They don't play GTA. Even my friends who do, we get bored of it so easy. Simply because we've been playing GTA 5 since 2013. And we're not talking about GTA. What did I say, 2013 or 18? 2013. But if it didn't come out then it's 2014. 2014 for me anyway. My buddy was playing it back in, well, whenever it first came out. Anyway, so Fallout 76, I really don't mind if it's going to be online. I know what you're saying, oh, you're not a real Fallout fan, it's supposed to be this and that. Well, dude, even if it was a normal single-player game, what's going to be in it? Really? Just vault stuff, really, because this is before the Master in Fallout 1, if you've never played that. This is before he even created super mutants. And you could be saying, okay, well, I know about the lore. Yeah, the Master created super mutants, but super mutants were also in Fallout 4. That's true. The Institute created those. So it's unlikely that we're going to see super mutants or anything like that. Now, I am thinking we're going to be seeing mutated insects like bloatflies or stingwings or whatever they were called, maybe rad scorpions. I don't know how common they are in West Virginia or wherever we think this is taking place in. I don't know how common scorpions are, if at all, in the D.C. area, in Washington D.C. I can't imagine there being any in Washington D.C., but they were in the game. They were in Fallout 4 too, and I can't imagine scorpions in Boston. But whatever. So that was just a bit about Fallout 76, me just saying, hey, I'm looking forward to it, and I wanted to make a video talking about it because I love the Fallout games. Also, before I end this part of the stream, or podcast, I probably won't be buying it, at least on console, if it's only online. Because I don't believe in paying for online. I'm not going to say which console I use. I already did. I said I own a PS4. Anyway, we're not going to talk about consoles and get into a console war. I've played both consoles. They're both good. And the only thing I don't like about the Xbox is the shape of the controller. I was raised playing the PlayStation, so I'm used to those controllers. That's the only problem I have with Xbox. Other than that, I can sit there and play either console. I can deal with it. Anyway, so I probably won't buy it on console because you have to pay for your online subscription. And I know what you're probably thinking, if you're a child. Oh, sorry, did I offend you? You're probably thinking, oh, well, that's because you're poor. You're worthless. You're a waste of life who should kill yourself because you can't afford online. Actually, it's the opposite. I have a life. I like my money. I like to spend my money on good things. I don't like going, okay, I paid for this $500 console. I paid for my internet. I paid for the game. Well, let me just go ahead and pay for the PlayStation Plus or the Xbox Live, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called on Xbox. I think it's Xbox Live. Anyway, I don't like paying for it. Now, I will on special occasions. Like, there's this video game YouTuber called 9volt. Just an amazing channel. I can't say enough good things about that guy. It's just an amazing channel. His reviews are great, and especially his Fallout stuff. That's when I first found his channel. When he first put out the Fallout 3 build video. I suggest checking out his channel too if you like gaming stuff, and especially live streams. Anyway, I was thinking about getting PlayStation Plus just so I could play Mortal Kombat with him. But other than that, I can't see me buying PlayStation Plus. So if I got Fallout 3, or Fallout 76, which is a bad name, I can't imagine always, monthly, buying PlayStation Plus. I've never bought it, but apparently in 2 different videos I watched, it's $60 a month. Did they mean to say $60 a year or a month? I would not pay $1 a day, let alone $2, to play a game I'm not going to play. This month, I love Fallout, but this month, well, it's June now, so let's say April. What? May. I feel dumb. Anyway, let's say it's May right now. I have only played Fallout 4 once. Other than that, I don't have time for it because I'm either working on this channel or working, or I'm doing other different things around the house. I'm living a bit. Not to say gamers don't have lives, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't have time to always play a game, so I can't imagine paying money, whether or not it's $1 or $50 or what it is, to play. I don't see me ever paying money for a game every single day just for whatever. Words right now. You get what I'm saying. I'm not paying every single day for a game. I'm probably not even going to play that much. When Fallout 76 comes out, if I had it on a console, I can imagine maybe playing it for about a week or two. Just like I did with Fallout 4, maybe a week or two until I beat it, or at least I get to a point in the online mode. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'll take a break, play the older Fallouts, because I love Fallout 3. But then, I don't know how often I'd play it to make it worth buying PlayStation Plus. I know what you're saying. PlayStation Plus and possibly Xbox, I'm not sure. They give away free games, too, if you have PlayStation Plus. Honestly, how good are the free games? There were times when I've seen a game that was decent, like Dead Rising, off the record on the PS3. That was the only good game that I can remember seeing. I don't know. I can't justify paying monthly $60 But that could be wrong information. It could be lower. It could be like 30 or 40. I don't know. But I can't imagine paying monthly $60 or even yearly $60 just to play online. I bought your $500 console. I bought your $80 game. I pay for my internet. I'm not paying you anymore. I'm not paying anyone anymore to experience a game for my console that I bought for my console to play with my internet. Yeah. I just don't see a reason to do so. PS3 and I assume the Xbox 360, you could play online if you want. That was no big deal. But now, because people are too money hungry, it's, oh, you want to play online with your friends, or you want to just play online because your game requires it, like Overwatch. You can't play it. I have had Overwatch. I got that as a Christmas gift. You can say whatever you want. Oh, wow, that person must hate you. That game will give you cancer, like I've seen in comments of other people's videos, which is extremely immature. Overwatch does not give you cancer. It is a video game. A video game will not give you cancer. Unless you eat it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way it might be able to give you cancer. It cannot give you cancer at all. So your comments are incredibly stupid about that. Anyway, so I've owned Overwatch since Christmas. I have never played it once. I tried playing it. I updated it on my console. It was 20 gigabytes. My internet's not the best, so it took almost a day. And when I tried to play it, oh, you need PlayStation Plus subscription. What a surprise. You're all money hungry. So, I never got to play that great $60 game, or I assume it's great. I've seen gameplay of it. I've read, just the back of the box. Seems like a great game. I don't sit there and watch Overwatch videos, but I mean, back when I used to be a fan of scares, I've seen like Overwatch gameplay and it looks great. I'd love to play it, but again, I can't, unless I buy a subscription, which I don't plan to. I'll probably play it when I do get a subscription, because with Red Dead Redemption 2 online, I probably will get a subscription for a year, but that'll be only once. A one-time thing for me. So I'll make sure I get that year's worth of enjoyment out of it. Every day I'll be like, okay, let me put an hour or two into this game. Games are getting too expensive these days. It's a very expensive hobby to collect games. I buy my stuff from Digital World. I don't know if you have it in America. That's where most of my audience is. And surprisingly, my audience, there's 5 countries that they show for your top. Number 1, most viewed or whatever, is America. Then the UK. I don't know. Frig. Sorry to those other countries. I don't remember them right off the top of my head. But most of my audience is from America. I don't know if you have a Digital World, but you probably have your equivalent like EB Games. I assume you have one of those in America. EB Games is a store that sells video games. They sell stuff new, though, so, it's just a video game store. But Digital World sells used stuff. That's where I got my Red Dead Redemption collection. I bought Red Dead Redemption for $20 when about 4 years... 4 years after the game came out, 2014, I bought Red Dead Redemption. And I only know that because of my save files. Then my cousin gave me his copy of Red Dead Redemption when he gave me all his PS3 stuff, which is great. Thank you for that. You probably don't watch my videos, but thank you. And then I bought Undead Nightmare physical, the copy of it, for $5. And then a Game of the Year copy, which includes normal Red Dead, Undead Nightmare, all the DLC, and an exclusive hardcore mode for $5. They all run great. I've never had a problem with Digital World. If you are in Canada, maybe America, I don't know where Digital Worlds are, but I suggest buying your games there. I did regret buying GTA 4 though, simply because it didn't have the manual and didn't have a map in it. The map is to be expected. Most people will keep those because they have nice posters on the back. But they didn't have the manual. I'm going to have to rebuy that game just for the manual. And I know you're thinking that's incredibly stupid, but I collect this stuff, so... I have no problem paying an extra $5 to get the manual and the poster and another copy of the game, when the game itself, at least on the PlayStation Store, costs $20. That's me sinking $10 total into the game, where the game alone would be, 20 bucks. I got Liberty City Stories, $5. Best thing about Digital World, buy 3 games, get 1 free. Buy 6 games, I don't know if you get 2 free, but just buy 3 at a time and get 1 free. As long as they're all the same price, I think. That's how it works. Not 100% positive, but all the games I buy are usually $5, except for Bully, that was 7 something, and Manhunt was $9.95, I think. And then Vice City Stories, that was $12. I didn't buy that though, because I didn't have the money on me at the time. I just quickly stopped in the Digital World, and I was like, holy crap, Bully, I gotta get this in my Rockstar collection. Reached in my pocket, holy shit, what do you know? Just enough. Came back the next day, didn't have it. That shows how easy that shit goes to collectors. Or at least I hope a collector got it. I really hope it wasn't just some random person who bought it. Let your kid play with it, scratch the disc up, rip up the manual. Oh, I really hope someone didn't just buy it for their kid. Anyway, I think I'm done talking about Fallout 76. My point is, I will not buy an online subscription. I buy video games to collect and video games to play and enjoy. I don't buy them to... I don't know, whatever. That's the problem I have with online-only games, like Rocket League. Well, that does have an offline mode that I just recently found out about. But what would be the fun of it? Man. Console gaming sucks. And I'm not saying PC is better, but at the very least, on PC we don't have to pay for online. Apparently they did try that once, but the community started freaking out about it, so they didn't do it. Too bad. The console people aren't that great at fighting for things they want. I guess they just don't care. I don't want to start a fight about consoles in the comments. I play both consoles. I enjoy both consoles. Again, the only thing I like over the Xbox is the controller. PS3, PS4, PS2, PS1, whatever it is, I like the controllers. Specifically the PS2 and 3. They're about the most similar. The PS4 is a bit bigger. PS1, they didn't have any joysticks that I remember. I don't know where I put my PS1. Got the GameCube too. That's set out right now just as an ornament, really. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption. I really hope, because we've been doing this for 20 minutes now? I don't know how long, but it must be close to 20 minutes. Shit. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption 2. I cannot wait for that game. I've played through Red Dead Redemption 1 almost twice now. I know what you're saying. That's not very much. But considering it's within the same month, I consider it a lot. But I'm not finishing my second playthrough yet because I'm 100%ing it. Which sounds stupid or sounds hard or whatever. It's not really hard, because most of it is just like, hey, do 5 bounty missions each for each town, or do a night job and do all the other mini games. I think you have to win at them all too, which sucks because I don't bother learning the rules of poker and I don't bother learning the rules of the other card stuff. The only game I play is Liar's Dice, and that's only because I learned it on my own how to play it. I wasn't even reading the rules on it. I was like, okay, I'll just try my best and see if I can win. Because you have to play it in Thieves Landing to do a mission for the Strange Man, I think. No, Lights, Camera, Action. Or Funny Man, I don't know. One of those side missions. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption 2 wishlist. What I really want the most is Rockstar Editor. And if you've never played GTA 5 on next-gen consoles or on the PC, you don't know what the Rockstar Editor is. It's basically, well, you might know. I won't say you don't. But you probably haven't heard of the Rockstar Editor. It's basically a video making tool, or a mod. You could consider it as a mod. It allows you to play as any character in the game. It allows you to be invincible, to have all the guns, to have everything you want. There's all these cheat codes you can turn on and leave on. Unlike God mode on last gen, which just turns off after 5 minutes, you can turn this stuff on and leave it on. You can disable cops, which is the most fun for me, because when I do play GTA 5 and just run around killing people, I don't like cops because they're just a pain in the ass. You're like, hey, I wanted to run around shooting civilians, not shooting cops, because they actually shoot back. I know you're probably going to say, wow, you suck at the game, you can't even fight cops. Don't waste your time talking about GTA in my comments. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption 2. I really want Rockstar Editor because I want to play as John Marston, you know? Now, I'm not one of those fanboys who are like, oh no, John Marston's not the protagonist of this game, I'm going to die. No, I just think it would be fun to play as John Marston. Play as Dutch. Maybe that other girl, Sadie? Which is kind of stupid because her name, Sadie Adler, if you take out some words, it's Saddle. That's kind of dumb. They made her name a joke, but oh well, either way, still. I'd like to play as that character too. Dutch. Love to play as Dutch, he just looks badass. A big ass mustache and just his voice. I can't do his voice, so I won't even try. I'd love to play as Red Harlow too, but he won't be in the game. He was in Red Dead Redemption, which I really love. He's the main character I play as online. I don't know why. I think it's just because I've played Red Dead Revolver, and it's just such a good game. It's hard on the console to get platinum because I forget what the achievements are, but they require you to do dumb stuff. Like, this is just an example. I don't know the achievements. But it would be like, beat the game on hard mode under this time. Excuse me. And let's talk about some YouTube channels. Talk about Red Dead in a minute, actually. Let's try to focus on Red Dead. Another thing I'd like to see return, besides Rockstar Editor, which I'm really, really hoping for, but for some reason I don't believe we're getting. Anyway, I'd love for, wanted posters. Now, we are going to be a wanted criminal, so I don't know how that works, but the wanted posters in the game, if you've never bothered with them because you're like, oh wow, $20 or $40, alive or dead or whatever, it's still great. Do the small ones first. Later on, you get stuff that'll give you up to $200 to $400 a person. That's how I got my Fistful of Dollars achievement, or more than a fistful, because I just kept doing the bounties. $400 a person, and you go around doing the treasure hunter stuff. That's what I want to return to. I love treasure hunting because you have to really know the map, or you just look up a YouTube tutorial, which I won't lie, I did a few times. But you just have to know the map. You need to know what certain things are. There's this one that I didn't understand at all because it was just so stupid on the map that we got. I didn't understand it at all. Did have to look up a YouTube video for it, but either way, treasure hunts are really fun. They just give you that little extra thing to do. The challenges, I want to see them return as well. I expect they will, but you know, there's a chance they might not because, oh hey, we're adding all this other cool stuff. Why would we add challenges? I love doing the sharpshooter challenges because of Deadeye, you didn't really need that much skill. But if you're playing on a harder difficulty like hardcore, or if you're playing on the other one that's in normal game, then you have to free aim. You don't have auto aim, which makes it a bit harder at times, especially when stuff doesn't require Deadeye, like shooting guns out of hands. The hunter challenges, I wouldn't mind those. I like the challenges. They give you a little extra thing to do. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm playing as John Marston because I don't want to finish the game yet and be Jack. Plus, I don't know if some things are exclusive to John or not, so I want to do everything I can first. I got this one called No De or something in my challenges. I think it's a gang hideout. I don't know, but it doesn't tell me what to do yet. It just says No Dilla or whatever it's called. So let's talk about Red Dead 2 Online. I'm going to say something that a lot of people will disagree with. I would be happy if the Outfitter made a return. Did that piss anyone off? Yes? No? The Outfitter, if you don't know, is the online character where you get to change your character into anyone from the story. It could be anyone as small as, I can't think of his name, but there's this small dude in the story who DeSanta puts his arms around being homosexual with. And then there's bigger guys like John Marston, Zombie John Marston, Abigail, Dutch, Bill Williamson. I'd really enjoy doing that. But I know that's not what Rockstar's going to do. They're going to say, hey, we created a better online character creation than that crap in the old game, so let's do this. And apparently in a leak, I don't know if this is true or not, the character creation from GTA 5 is going to return in Red Dead Redemption 2. I expect something like that to return anyway, but apparently that's a leak. Now, I try to avoid as much Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff as possible. I only watch trailers. I don't watch leak videos, whether or not they're real. I don't read your speculations on Reddit, like, I expect this is going to be the end, or Arthur's going to die because of this. He isn't in the Red Dead Redemption 1 at all, so he must die. Just a little heads up for you guys, children. Maybe people just aren't smart enough to think of this. You don't got to be very smart to think of this. Red Dead Redemption came out, what was it, 2010? 8 years before this game. They probably didn't have it completely figured out. Yeah, Arthur Morgan's going to be the character of the next game, and he's going to be in the Van der Linde gang. There's a big chance Arthur Morgan didn't exist when Red Dead Redemption was being made. There was even an E3 trailer thing showing off Armadillo in a 2005 video. So Rockstar's been working on that game since 2005. You think back then, or even in 2010, they're like, hey, we know exactly what the second game's going to be like. Probably not. I highly doubt it. Or if they did, maybe he had a different name, and that's why it wasn't mentioned in the story. Or maybe they just didn't want to. I'm just really looking forward to the new Red Dead. And I watch a YouTuber, Legacy Killer. I know you're gonna say, oh, he's stupid, he's a retard, all this stuff. I will admit, it really ticks me off how in the first 5 seconds of his video he's saying, buy my shirts, like the video. It's annoying. If, we don't even know what the video's about right now, because you do clickbait most of the time. We don't know what your video's even about, and you're telling us to like it. You want me to gear up for the upcoming game by buying quote-unquote popular shirts of yours that you are ripping off. They're just, the wanted logo and then a horse, a guy on it, so stupid. Heard something fall on my house, don't know what it was, now I'm like, holy shit, what was that? Been watching a lot of top 15s videos on spooky shit. So I guess I might be a little paranoid now. Like, holy shit, what was that? Is someone in my house? You might be saying, wow, you do voices sometimes. Yeah, on my gaming channel I used to do voices a lot. That was kind of the character of Van Lerius. I know you might be thinking, wow, you like ships? You ship Vanos and H2O Delirious? Believe me or not, I honestly don't care. But believe me or not, I thought I was original making that name. I made up the name of Van Lerius. First it was Van, and then I just added the Delirious part. I like the name Delirious. I had heard of H2O Delirious. I knew there was a YouTuber named Delirious. That's why I wasn't taking the name Delirious. Because I'm like, well, people will make fun of me on YouTube saying I'm copying. So I just used the Delirious part. I put Van and Lerius together. Van came from a character from a show I watched as a kid, and also from my actual vehicle, 2 vans. Well, pedo vans? Yes, my vans are white. But no. Anyway, H2O Delirious, I love the YouTuber, he's great. But he did not inspire my character at all. On my gaming channel, I wear a hockey mask in all my GTA videos. If you really don't know from this channel, I kinda really like the Friday the 13th movies. Don't know if you knew that or not. And clearly a lot of my audience does as well, because it's my most popular video. But, I kinda like those movies, kinda like Jason Voorhees. I highly doubt it's inspired by Jason. It's gotta be H2O Delirious. I mean, if you're an H.O. Delirious fanboy, then clearly I'm copying him. Clearly I'm not just inspired by Friday the 13th. That's clearly, you know, I use melee weapons in GTA Online. Knives, hatchets, machetes, baseball bats, crowbars. Clearly I am inspired by H.O. Delirious. I know the name is unfortunate, because it does make it seem that way. It makes it seem like I am just a crazy fanboy. But no, I thought I was original. I made that name back in 2013 for GTA Online. It was already taken, so I had to be named Real Vanlarius. And yeah, I always wore blue hoodies in the game and all this shit. Navy, actually, not just blue like H.O. Delirious wears. I wear navy because it's one of my favorite shades of blue. And yeah, I don't know how we got talking about this, but anyway, that's the Vanlarius logo you see on the top of the Red Dead videos. That is from my gaming channel. Excuse me. Don't really know what to talk about, guys. Just got done doing what I'm doing. I ranted a bit about consoles making me pay for subscriptions, which I wasn't planning on doing in this video. And then I made some comments on Red Dead 2 and then Fallout 76. I think this is a good intro to my future podcasts. They will be about different things such as upcoming games or upcoming movies. I'm not getting rid of horror podcasts. It's just that when you're doing exclusively horror, it's hard to stay on topic. Like, oh hey, look at that, a new Leprechaun movie. How can I stretch this out for 20 plus minutes? The movie's not even out yet, but how can I stretch it out for 20 minutes? And I know you're thinking like, wow, really you have to stretch it out? Well, yeah, it's a podcast. You want people to be able to watch it, just sit down, relax. Maybe you're doing your homework right now. Maybe you're watching a movie right now, in which case, shouldn't you be paying attention to your movie? Maybe you're, I don't know, dealing with stuff and you just came across this video and you're just watching it to relax. Either way, I believe podcasts should be long, at least above 20, 30 minutes. I don't know how long this is. I think it's close to the 30-minute mark, if not above. But yeah, I just wanted to announce I am no longer exclusively doing horror podcasts. I tried branching off when I did the game video, like, hey, let's talk about horror video games. That wasn't even enough because it was still exclusively horror. Yeah, it was about games, but it's still exclusively horror. I'm not saying this is going to be a game podcast. I'm not saying it's going to be a horror podcast or if it's going to be a drug podcast. But I'm just saying we're changing it up. I'm going to make it so you get these videos more often, like possibly once every month, rather than, like, I don't know. How long has it been since the last one? 2, 3 months? And let's talk about Red Dead Revolver real quick. I do lore videos on those. I have one already recorded on Pig Josh. The only problem is they're really short. I don't know if you're going to like those or not, so I'm kind of saving them until I'm done with Red Dead Redemption, which will be a long time. But just let me know what you think about that. If you're okay with shorter videos, I have no problem putting them out. But it's just that I expect you're going to like longer stuff on characters you probably know better. Like, you probably don't even know who Big Josh is. I do, because I've owned the DLC for Red Dead Redemption, and I've played Red Dead Revolver. But chances are, you don't even know who Big Josh is. But if I said Marshall Johnson, you'd be like, oh yeah, he's from Armadillo. You see? Anyway, I'll end this video here. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. I hope you're okay with the non-horror stuff. We still do horror movies and horror scenes every week, whether it's a kill count or just, you know, a random scene. We still do horror. So you don't gotta worry. We're not changing the movies. The movies will be the way they are because this is why I made this channel, for horror. It just turns out a lot of people enjoy this channel, so I try to be a YouTuber, you know? I try to make stuff that you could all enjoy. I try to make stuff that I enjoy. Not to say I don't enjoy the movies. I try to make more stuff, and there's a bigger variety of the stuff I make. Like the reviews. Which has been a while since one came out, but like I said in my Q&A on my new trailer, Unless you request a review, I only make reviews when I feel like it, so unless you say, hey, make a review on this, you probably won't get a review for a while. So just a heads up, if you're watching this and you want a movie reviewed, make sure you let me know. Otherwise, chances are I won't know about it. Plus, I just won't make a review for a while. Not as blackmail, like, hey, if you don't like my stuff and comment, I won't review. But just me saying, you know, unless I feel like it that day, I probably won't review. Unless it's a requested video, in which case, I'll gladly do it. I know Seed of Chucky is my next Chucky movie to review, but I'm up for anything. If you want me to review anything like the new Deadpool. Not to say I know where to watch that on the internet, but I've kind of seen it already on, you know, free. I've watched that movie. It was a good movie. Well, it was okay. I watched half of it. I got bored. Sorry to the Deadpool fans if you're still watching. Anyway, I'll end it here because we're just rambling at this point. I got to talk about Fallout 76, a game I'm looking forward to, Red Dead Redemption 2, which is the only game I will buy on day one. I haven't bought a game on day one since South Park Fractured Butthole, and we know how that went. The game got delayed for over a year. So that was great. That was not worth the wait. And I even ranted a bit about console subscriptions on the internet and stuff. I enjoyed this video. I hope you did too. I hope you're cool with non-horror related content in the podcast sometimes. It's just a different thing sometimes, okay? Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. One more thing before I end this video. I said Fallout 76 was a stupid name, simply because what if Fallout ends up becoming one of those series that just never ends, and you get to the 76th game? What are you gonna call it? Chances that are unlikely, and we're definitely not gonna see that game in our lifetime. But just saying, kind of dumb. And there's something else I wanted to add. Crap. I'll see you back in a moment if I remember. Oh yeah, this video is coming out, or this video has been recorded before June 10th, E3. So if there's any more information on Fallout 76, sorry I couldn't update you guys on it, and if anything new comes out of E3 about Red Dead Redemption, sorry I couldn't tell you about that, but it's unlikely. Maybe we might get a trailer, I don't know. Apparently Rockstar doesn't show up to E3. I don't know, because I don't really watch E3. I only watch what I like Bethesda streams. I watch their showcases. And other than that, I don't really watch E3. So, yeah, sorry for not updating you guys on that stuff. This podcast will most likely come out sometime in June or July, because we just put one out beforehand. The thoughts on Freddy, Dead Meat, and all that stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to end this video now, because it's been going on for too long.
Just to feel alive again, pushing for